Shooting a commercial is one of the best parts of working as an advertising creative. But the first time you step on set could feel nerve-wracking, stressful, chaotic, exciting, all of the above. So I wanted to offer some tips to help you prepare for your very first shoot as an art director or a copywriter in hopes that you can feel as comfortable as possible so that you can feel less stress and just absorb the excitement and chaos of the day. There are a few things you can do before the actual shoot day to set yourself up for success. One thing is to get some very good rest. You're gonna be up very early for the shoot, and it's most likely gonna be a very long day. You're gonna be going all day long for many hours, so you wanna make sure you are well rested and ready to go. In terms of what to wear, I would say dress comfortable but confident. Like I said, it's going to be a very long day, so you wanna be wearing something that you will be comfortable in all day long, but you're also going to be on a professional set and your clients might even be there. So you want to make sure that you're not too casual to where you don't look professional. Another tip for your clothing is to avoid noisy materials. You know how people say quiet on set? Quiet on set. It's going to be pretty hard to be quiet on set if you're wearing some noisy material like a windbreaker or something. So just be aware of the types of materials that you're putting on. Another thing to prepare with is to print copies of the script. I love having printed copies of the script so that I can just jot down quick notes and questions and things as we're shooting. Sometimes your account manager or your producer will print these scripts for you. Make sure that you print them if no one else is doing it. All right, so let's talk about what happens when you are actually on set and how you can make this day go very smoothly. The first thing is to expect a slow start. At the beginning of the day, the crew is going to be very busy setting up the set, the lights, the props, getting the talent ready. There is so much that needs to be done before you actually start rolling. You'll probably have to come in and talk to the crew about certain decisions that they need to be made, but most likely the beginning of the day is going to include some downtime for you. This is a perfect opportunity to go enjoy craft services. Craft services is one of my favorite parts of the set. It's all the food and the goodies.
Food time! Food.
There will be drinks and snacks. There'll be breakfast in the morning and lunch when you break. A lot of craft services also have helpful things like pain medications or mints if you need them. Bigger sets will have bigger craft services, but you will always find some snacks and things that you can enjoy throughout the day. The next tip is to understand the chain of command on a set. As the agency creative, you will most likely have a producer who's going to be your guide for the day. That producer is going to work as a liaison between you, the agency, and probably your client, and the film crew. They know exactly what this crew needs. They understand their flow, so they know when to jump in and interrupt and ask questions. That's not for you to do. Defer to your producer and let them decide when to jump in and ask the director or someone on the crew a question. You really need to respect the crew's space and knowledge and try not to get in their way as much as possible. And if you have any questions or concerns or anything, go to your producer. Staying out of the crew's way shouldn't be too hard because you will most likely be in Video Village for the day. Video Village is just a part of the set where there are monitors set up and you can sit there and watch what's being shot. You might have some headphones where you can hear what the talent is saying on camera. And Video Village could be a literal room somewhere else on the premises, or it could just be a little quiet corner of the set. It depends on how big the space is. But when you're sitting in Video Village, you're gonna be watching the monitors, seeing what's being shot, and that's when you can take notes on your script and discuss things with your team. If the client is there with you, they'll probably be asking you questions as you go. Your job in Video Village is to just pay attention and watch the takes, which brings me to my next tip. Be an active observer. When you're watching what's being shot, make notes of the specific takes that you like. This will be super helpful when you're in post-production and editing all of this footage together. You can just refer to your scripts and be like, oh, I really liked when they said it this specific way. Let's find this take. Being an active observer also means paying attention to continuity and looking for any potential mistakes. Pay attention to things like wardrobe, or the props in the background, or the way the product is facing. There is so much going on shoot day, so it's very likely that there will be some mistakes that pop up, but because you have so many people watching the monitors, hopefully those will get fixed. But you should be one of those active observers. A big tip is to stay flexible. Things don't always work out the way you imagined it in your head when you were creating this idea or writing this script. Sometimes the timing doesn't work, or a joke doesn't really land, or maybe a prop doesn't work the way you expected it to. There are so many things that could happen, so you need to be ready to adapt. If you're a writer, have alternate lines or alts ready to go. That could mean different punchlines for a joke or different lengths of a certain line. Being able to adapt also means that you could embrace your talent, the person who is acting in your commercial. A lot of times these actors are very ready and willing to riff and improv. This is especially true with comedic actors. So if you're really vibing with the talent and you like what they're doing, you can let them play and experiment, and maybe they will find a different solution or punchline to your script that will make it even better than you could have imagined. Another tip is to speak up. Don't be afraid to offer suggestions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. This is especially true for cross disciplines. And what I mean by that is, as a copywriter, if you have a concern or a question or a suggestion about the visuals in the shoot, the props, the wardrobe, anything about the way it looks, just because you're a writer doesn't mean you can't talk about those things. So bring those concerns up or ask those questions. Same thing goes for art directors. If you feel like there's a different opportunity for a specific line or punchline or whatever in the script,
that makes you the punchline, kitty.
Speak up. Offer those suggestions. You are all working as a team, so you don't have to be so siloed in your traditional responsibilities and roles. My last tip for shoot day is to be very mindful of the client. Many times your client will be on set with you. So because of that, you need to have an extra level of professionalism when they're around.
I'm a goddamn professional!
Be mindful of what you're saying around the client. If you have certain concerns or things that you are a little worried about, try to have those conversations away from the client and just with your direct team. You don't want to worry them if it's not a big deal. But you can also do that in the opposite way. If there are takes that are really well done or a joke just lands so well, hype that up in front of the client. Make them feel really good about what you're capturing on film. Do what you can to build their confidence in this commercial while you're shooting it. So those are just a few tips. I can't possibly predict everything that will go on shoot day. It is one of the most chaotic experiences of the job, but it's also one of the most fun. Being on set is such a thrill. It's a rush. Yes, it's long hours. Yes, it's stressful, but it's just so much fun. So hopefully these tips will help you feel a little more comfortable and have less nerves going into your first shoot day so that you can just enjoy the process. Absorb as much as you can. You are going to do amazing. If you have any questions at all, please let me know and make sure you subscribe if you want more stuff about advertising.